You got your microphone on? Good evening. This is the Athens City Shade Tree Commission meeting for March 14th, 2019. We have no Title 33 or Title 37 issues, and we're going to go straight to maintenance of the tree canopy and discuss the brochure that Nancy has been working on, the text, and we've now put it in.
Everybody's helped.
And everybody's helped. Before I forget, we have a new alternate tree commissioner with us, Jim Dyer. So welcome, Jim. So any comments from you two about the brochure and what we should be doing next?
It's looking better and better. I'm really glad that we didn't trim it down, because we seem to.
You got your microphone on? Okay. Yes, good.
We didn't trim it down because it looks like we're going to have plenty of space after all.
Yes.
But we need pictures, and that's what we were just talking about before the meeting started.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I got a few from Ann, but they were kind of skimpy looking. I mean, they weren't great pictures. And this time of year, everything looks pretty leafless, and that may not be the best kind of picture to put in our.
Well, except that what we might want to do is try and pick out a tree that's got a good profile as an example of how to prune a tree, a shade tree, so its crown can be lifted. This may be something that we could pick out.
Do you know an example of one, maybe?
Not at the moment, no. I'll have to go and have a look.
There's one on my street that they did a pretty good job of, but it's small, so that might not be perfect, but I'll take a picture of it and send it to you and see what you think.
Yeah. Okay. John, did you have any observations?
Oh, and the logo.
Oh, the logo. Yes, we need to try and get the logo off the
There it is.
Yeah.
No, that's Athens logo.
Yes.
Do we? So this is just to talk about the benefits of trees. Mm-hmm. So it's not to give people any advice about where to go for help or anything like that.
I asked Ann if we could put in about contacting if they need help with planting or care.
Where they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we may want to do more there because we have a website.
Space if you've got some ideas about.
We can add material from or we can reference our website.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea to do there. Anything that can help people, kind of get them started figuring out where to go for help.
Is there a list of suitable trees on the website?
Again, yes, we do have a list of trees. It's a very broad list of trees. Some people have suggested we try and categorize them into trees that suit certain sites and so on, but we tend to go into a great long discussion when we get involved with that because we have differences of opinion about where some trees should be planted. Will this tree survive with its feet in water for a day or so, or will it survive a drought, or can it be planted on a bank somewhere on a slope and survive? So it's and often these debates revolve around more that it'll do very well in that situation, but it'll certainly survive in that one. So it's a little bit difficult to give that sort of advice. But yes, there is a big list of small, medium, and large trees at our website.
And does the website also have information about planting trees and spacing of trees and things like that to help people, and the idea of being very cognizant of where utility lines are or things like that?
I don't know.
I don't know if that would be something that would be helpful too.
Yep. Because I think, Nancy, you'd seen this as a way that we could sort of talk to people about maintaining their trees.
Right.
And because of all the cut downs with the ashes and stuff, it's just looking pretty grim in terms of the urban forests around here. And I guess in a lot of places. So anything we can do to help get people looking at the possibility of putting a new tree. The guy down the street from me put a little tree out, and I just felt so good. It just somebody did it,
Yeah.
And it's pretty unusual to see a new tree along my street.
Good. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's what I have.
Okay.
But I'm excited about getting some tree pictures on there and things like that.
So that's what I'll do then. I'll forward this thing out again to the commissioners and say we really need some pictures.
Yeah.
And some suggestions.
What would be nice, of course, it's hard to take them now, but even some parking lots and things, because that's one of the things we talk about providing shade around parking lots and things like that. It'd be nice if I mean, this is a beautiful picture of this maple or whatever, but just some other things as in context with development.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I'll see what we've got. Yes. Okay. Well, thank you. I don't have any other business than the minutes. Does anybody else have any questions or things they want to raise at all?
No.
If not, we have the minutes of the last meeting to review. In there's a reminder again, we've got the Tree City USA Awards ceremony May 3rd in Belpre.
I work with the Wistendal volunteers, and they were visited by the America in Bloom people too, and had some reaction to it.
Yeah. Well, one thing I've suddenly realised is that I don't think of prairie grasses as perennials, but in fact they are. And so that is something we might want to try and exploit, particularly in areas like the Columbus Road.
Well, that's what we're going to try. He's going to ask our coordinator, Frank Porter, is going to ask the woman who is in charge of the visitor center if we can have another small plot and put in prairie grass.
Yeah.
So and maybe a sign that says you too can have a no-mow garden.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was the other advantage of doing it on Columbus Road. They can cut down on the amount of mowing that they have to do.
Yeah.
The other site where this would also work is on the embankments of 33, where it crosses East State Street.
Yes.
I mean, it's a very steep area to mow, and I think those grasses would do very well in that sort of situation. And as I say, I never really associated with them as being perennials, but I've learnt recently they are considered perennials. That's good.
And the thing you can do too is when you plant them, you can put some wildflowers in among them.
Oh
so
yeah.
There's a bit of color too, which is what American Bloom wants. They want flowers.
Yes. Oh yeah. But they want flowers. They want flowers, and I still think that if you really want to impact uptown for flowers, you need hanging baskets, and you need a plan for how you're going to keep them watered, and you need big hanging baskets as well, so that they don't have to be watered more than once a day, if you can avoid it. But you may not.
Well, there are other possibilities too, like some of the spots where we planted trees that aren't doing well.
Yes, but those
they could be substituted maybe with some native plants.
Yeah, but we need to be careful with those because of the students.
And our sidewalks aren't that wide.
No.
That's one of the problems with the trees too. I think is that they're just at times those sidewalks have a lot of people on them, and they're just not that wide, and so the trees tend to get maybe not intentionally hurt, but they
Yeah.
tend to get
Well,
hurt.
the city I mentioned at the last meeting was whose name I couldn't remember, is Waynesboro in Virginia. They have a lot of these large concrete structures in which they put lots of plants. So these things you could sit
Now
on the
that
edge of them.
I really would like. Yeah,
And then above them they have hanging baskets quite often as well. And they really have a high impact, but with narrow side streets, narrow sidewalks,
right.
we have a problem. So we'd have to pick certain areas where we could do this.
Right.
Well, the tree roots themselves have a hard time
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
in
yeah.
a small space.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
the possibility of some other kind of plant might do better.
Okay, back to the minutes.
Yes.
So I will move that we accept the minutes as presented.
Thank you, John.
And I'll second that.
Thank you, Nancy. Any objections to approving the minutes? Hearing none, we have minutes of our last meeting. Our next meeting will be April 11th, 7 o'clock in the City Council chamber. With that, we are adjourned. Thank you.